Now if we go to the Customize section and we scroll down, we'll see the character mapping to our icons. Now in Font Awesome, we had to use these kind of crazy Unicode characters in order to reference the icons because Font Awesome assigns the regular English alphabet to regular English letters. So if you use the A character, it looks like an A in Font Awesome. With our custom font, however, Fontastic assumes that we're not going to want to use regular letters with this font. So that frees us up to assign these normal English alphabet characters to the icons. So what this means is that when we add content to the content CSS property inside of our before pseudo selector, it won't be that backslash with the few characters. It will simply be the letter A. Now, Fontastic also creates the ability to use classes much like Font Awesome does, so that we can pull in the icons willy-nilly into our HTML elements without tapping into CSS directly. It picks a sensible default name for the icon, and then when it generates a CSS, it's going to use, if we click on Modify Font here, this prefix right here. So it will end up being icon-heart or icon-magic wand. Icon is pretty generic, so we'd probably end up wanting to use something like FED as the prefix, something that won't conflict with our other CSS. We'll go ahead and save this. Now the one final feature that Fontastic offers is the ability to upload your own fonts. So what this means is that if you buy an icon font and you want to use some of those icons in your font, you can upload them here and cherry pick the ones you want to add in. It also means that if you want to use an icon that you just can't find anywhere and that you have to design yourself, you can upload that custom icon and have it become part of that font. So the way you do this is by going to the Add More Icons link at the top and clicking Import Icons, and it says you can import SVG icons or SVG fonts. So with this included, it pretty much means that you can use one font for all of your font icons, which is pretty sweet. So again, the benefits to doing this are that we have a much smaller file size for our font files, and also that we can use multiple fonts in a single file without having to have multiple files downloaded from our server. The major downside, however, is that now we're managing that font. So if we want to add new icons that we didn't anticipate wanting to use before, we'll have to go in here and recreate our font, download it, and integrate it with our site again. Another downside is that we don't get to take advantage of the side benefits of established icon fonts like Font Awesome, where it includes tools to do things like change the font size, use the icons in lists, or create badges based on icons. But you can weigh the pros and cons for each project, and sometimes using Fontastic is going to be a perfect fit.